30-minute little live stream just to say what's up to all of you and to thank you for the um, much support that you guys have been showing at the beginning of this year. Can you guys hear me? Because it wouldn't be appropriate. It wouldn't be the right starting live session if we didn't do that. And as always, I'm gonna have some channels that I kind of want to share with you guys, and then the topic that I wanted to kind of discuss. Um, like I mentioned, I really just like being able to join and having conversations with some of you guys, because you guys definitely leave some stuff in the comment sections. Then I go doing research, or you guys let me know some stuff that's been going on, and then that allows me to learn about different topics in hand. So Samuel, what's up, man? I hope you're staying safe, dude. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Texas is going through some stuff, man. So bendiciones, man. Prayers are going up to you guys. It's crazy the way things are going in Texas. So it's gonna be a very short one. So let me get started with by sharing my screen. As always, I wanna be able to show you guys some different channels that are out there, and really, it's not to sell you guys anything. It's not to force you guys to watch them. It's just for you guys to be aware of what's going on. The first one is Fujiwara Tofu Cafe. I can't pronounce the first one. We interviewed this gentleman on his Civic Si a while back. It's supercharged, and he has a YouTube channel. And mostly the last videos he's been doing has been on the actual his AE86. They just reached 1,000 subscribers, so congratulations to them. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool because they really take their time to edit their videos. Not only do they put subtitles on the bottom, they do these videos where they obviously they went to the Angeles Crest or whatever canyon they went to. They have to do all these footage and they have to edit it, and then they add music. They're pretty funny too. It's him and his girlfriend, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken. um and they go above and beyond to show as much as the process of whatever they're doing. This in this video, I actually like. This was a gift from his mom, and it's a dash cam, and he put in his 86, and it's pretty cool because it's a little bit of new technology into an older chassis. And I don't know, I seem to enjoy it. It has a backup camera, obviously. You just wire it, and that gives you that sense of a newer touch into an older chassis. And he obviously has videos where he puts suspension and other things that he's doing to the 86. Here he's kind of bummed that the little plastic trims are breaking, and he's like, that's what happens with they're older cars. So like I said, let me see if it shows. There you go. So obviously you can see that he drives an 80s car, and now he has a backup camera, and it's actually a touchscreen if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it is. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. And that was a gift from his mom. And so obviously when mom gives you something, you're definitely gonna rock it. And so that's the first channel that I want to bring to your attention. Fujiwara. I don't know. I think I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong. Fujiwara Tofu Cafe. Definitely hit him up. Definitely hit him up on his website. He, super cool peeps, and they're doing the best they can, and they just hit 1,000 subscribers. So let's show some love and just take 2 seconds. Maybe you'll learn something, you enjoy it. Another one that I haven't been able to catch up to his videos, to be honest with you guys, but I know he started his channel Anonymous Garage when he was in Cali. He's in Colorado right now. He's dealing with coldness and all that stuff, but he's still trying out there to put some content out there for you guys. He was doing a little bit of fishing, kind of vlogs, obviously mechanic stuff. He actually started with do-it-yourself projects. So whenever you guys kind of had a question on what to do on certain installs, he did it. So that's how he started, how to replace D17,000 Honda Civic and things like that. So he definitely does a lot of DIYs, and then he started doing a little bit of everyday vlogs, and so product reviews and things of that nature. So he's out in cold weather. He's still pushing through past 1,000 subscribers. Again, you guys don't have to subscribe or not subscribe. Just kind of want to make you guys aware that other people are up to some pretty cool stuff. And the last YouTube channel that I want to get into before I start discussing the topic at hand is CNC Omo Motorsports. This guy, he's been he owns a shop, and so obviously he sells parts and they install things, and that's his main thing. And so he has been grinding, man, on the YouTube thing, and he does a little bit of everything. I think I like what he's doing in the sense of he's showing his personality. His personality is cars, his personality is, vlogs, and his personality is gaming. And so he does a lot of the Modern Warfare streams. And yeah, man, I mean, he plays. I mean, who doesn't like to play? I like to play Cold War. I haven't really figured out how to, you know, I guess stream it. If I was to do it, I don't know if I would do it on this channel. Maybe I'll create a different one. I'm not sure, but he's doing it all on the same channel. It seems to keep growing. He's doing great in TikTok, I believe. I don't really have a TikTok, so we created a channel, a TikTok account a while back, but I don't really haven't created more stuff. But I think he's doing great in TikTok. I think he has over 100,000 supporters, and so now it's showing his YouTube, and so he's doing what he can. With what he can. He obviously has built of his own the newest Supra GTR, um, and I'm blinking out on some of the other cars that he owns at the moment. But like you can tell, he's definitely been streaming a lot. He does late night streams. He does morning streams. He does a lot of stuff, and so just kind of wonder you guys have it in the back of your head. CNC/OMO Motorsports. So kudos to him, and I hope he continues to do it. By the way, oh, Nestor's here and Samuel is here. I was about to say that you guys have the weirdest conversations on the chat, and I'm not even gonna go there because you guys are super weird. But I love that. This is exactly what I like. Saludos, pinche chulos. Gracias, pinche chulo. And hopefully you down to play Modern Warfare later on, Nestor. No te rajes, no te rajes. You guys are so funny. Um, but yeah. What's up, AA Silverstone AP2? What's crackalacking, man? How are you? Thank you so much for even tuning in for 2 seconds. I really appreciate you guys. Gene, what is up, man? Congratulations. Holy macaroni. We're at it. Again, Gene is he's the godfather of the EFs. And if there's a build that I'm super excited for in the EF community, CRX community, is Gene's, man. He is gonna come out punching. Oh, that's all I'm gonna say. The amount of work that his CRX is getting. What am I not be able to? I don't know why your Instagram is not popping up right away, Gene. Did you delete me? Did you block me, Gene? Was it all those negative comments I said about Civic EFs? That's weird. Okay, some random girl shows up under Gene. That's so weird. I can't find you that easily. Let me see right here. I don't see your Instagram. I don't know what happened there. But anyways, Gene is coming out with one of the best CRX. I mean, it's getting a full-on cage. Um, he's gonna be at the track. I know he will take it to the track. I hope he does. It's coming out and it's gonna be amazing. And so for that, we thank you. The fact that you have taken the time. I don't know why I can't find your Instagram, man. I'll definitely look it up again. But man, props to you and thank you so much for tuning in. Sup, bro? What's up? What's up? What's up? Give me a shout out too. What shout out, man? You don't need a shout out. Silverstone AP2. Where are you tuning in from, man? Much love, Aldo. When is the next Cars and Coffee in the Glendale area? Well, you're in luck, my friend. You need to check or community tab. That's what you need to do, Aldo. Let me see. Man, I'm like a full on. Let's see. Boom. So let's go to YouTube, and then let's go to Automotive Anatomy. And then let's go here. We're there. And then we go to the community tab. And that's where you go. This is where I'm always going to be posting any meets that are coming up or any videos that will be up and coming and any merch that you guys would want to buy. But we're here because the next Cars and Coffee in the Glendon area, Pasadena is not too far from you. This Sunday, actually, there's two. There's the Our Buddies Rival and Coffee, amazing cars. are gonna show up to that one, and then here's the address. And then the same day at the same time, 30-minute difference, Old School Honda meet in Pasadena as well. So two Cars and Coffee in Pasadena this upcoming Sunday. The place to be. Do not miss it. It's gonna be some amazing cars. Um, that you're definitely gonna enjoy. So definitely. So good timing. Hopefully you can make it. Kadek Riasa. Hey, what's crack a lacking? Gene, thanks guys. Dude, I couldn't find your Instagram. I'm sorry. I'll definitely look it up and I'll make sure that I include. If it's okay with you, I'll include the project that you're coming, um, from. You're coming with, and the collaboration that you're doing with Grady Kenji. And I think it's gonna be one of the sickest CRX out there. And Silverstone AP2, friends number one fan here. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Actually, I was planning on making it to Fresno about, I think, December time. I was gonna go and interview two people, one EG and one of his buddies. I think had an EJ or whatever, but it was raining. And then the next time we scheduled, I got sick, and so then I couldn't. I definitely do want to make it out to Fresno, and then I almost made it to uh Winnie Fest. I think that's in Fresno too. I can't remember. Pasadena is next right for Carson Coffee. It's next right for Carson Coffee. Yes. Good. Yeah, this Sunday. Nice. I wasn't aware of that. Yeah, man, check the community tab. I know that I'm been bugging you guys, but the whole new merch is coming out. I drop off the hats to Game Embroidery, so much love to those people that did purchase some hats. I will get them out as soon as possible. And the shirts, my buddy is still working on them. And just trying to get you guys the order as soon as possible. We do have somebody from Germany who ordered, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm gonna eat the cost, like $20 on that. So definitely, I'm not good at business, man. I'm losing money in this, but I just cannot wait to have a shirt of Automotive Anatomy in Germany. How freaking cool is that, man? Hello everyone, the Lowrider Culture, a new video and a live chat in the same day. Yeah, man, I guess I must be bored. No, I had the video scheduled, and as some of you may or may not know, the Lowrider Culture is my brother, and so we'll be playing Modern Warfare later, and hopefully Nestor can join us because he hasn't been joining us. And the reason why I wanted to jump in these live sessions because I just came back from a walk with my wife, and I always go on walks. That's our next thing. And something that I definitely wanted to have a chat with, which I just spent the last 45 minutes talking to my wife about, is David versus Goliath. If you guys don't know the story, David is, tiny. Goliath's huge, gigantic. They battle, and somehow David wins. I just want to say that whether you're creating a YouTube channel, whether you are creating a brand, maybe you're neither, right? Maybe you're just working where you're at and you don't seem to like it, you don't seem to enjoy it. Maybe you do, I don't know, maybe you don't like where you live. There's a lot of things that we may not be happy with. There's a lot of things that may not be going our way. Understand that is part of the process, and understand that that's just a phase. Understand that, and I think once you're okay with yourself when it comes to that, then things start getting better. When it comes to me, I listen to a lot of different people, motivational speakers and things of that nature. I'm not sure if you guys believe it on that or don't, but I like to listen to Gary Vee. And Gary Vee, one of the things that he always talks about is enjoying the process of the quote unquote struggle. Enjoy being being the underdog. Enjoy being ignored. Enjoy not being the first one being picked. And I definitely have, as I continue to grow this channel, I definitely have experienced some of those things. Not that I'm sitting here and dwelling on it, because obviously we're creating a great community. But it reminds me to be very appreciative of the people that do join in, like you guys, especially you guys that join the live sessions, because it's very a specific niche, especially on a Friday night when you guys can be doing 1,000 other times. You guys are willing to even just step in for 2 minutes. I love that, and I really appreciate it. And so that's really the small conversation I want to bring to your attention. Being David versus Goliath. Um, some people will sacrifice experience for the number of exposure. And so what do I mean by that? Um, I'll use my example, right? There's definitely not been one, nor two, nor three, nor four, nor five. I mean, I can think at least five plus of people that I've reached out to. Hey, man, I would love to get to know your story. I would love to interview you. And I get something with I'm not ready yet, or thanks, but it's not my thing. I respect that. And then the following week, uh, pages, they did a shoot with them, interview with them, and it's like, oh, okay. Like, if you don't feel like the platform that I have to provide for you isn't big enough, mad respect. But if the next week, a bigger platform for that reason, you actually made time. I love that. Gary Vee mentioned something along the lines of there's two ways of building the highest building in a city, or creating your biggest brand. I'm just using analogies here. One, by tearing down everybody else's. That's how you make sure that your building is the highest. And the second one is by just building the highest building, making sure that you outwork everyone, making sure that you're the first one to show up either. And this is really not just talking about YouTube. This is talking about everything else. This is talking about work, you know, not that, like, again, if depending on what your goal is. If you tell me, dude, I want to make $1 million, I'm not hating on you. Go for it. That's what you want. Freaking kill it, man. If you want to make $1 million in sales, if you want to make $1 million in salary, if you want to make $1 million in business, go kill it. Don't tear anybody else down. You do you focus on you, and that's kind of the way I am. It does it hurt? Not gonna lie, it does. Especially Honda. Because I love Hondas, and I love giving that exposure to Honda, especially. Some of you guys that follow me on Instagram saw me that I posted something on my story where he obsessed garage. I follow him. He washes his cars, and I like that. He just mumbles, and just like me, that's where I got the idea from. I think he got caught up in the room where he was with other Porsche dudes or whoever they are. I don't know who they were, and he made comments about like Civic is terrible. The SI, the EM1. Maybe it was cool when I was 18, but now it's a terrible car and it's terrible to drive. And I obviously disagree. I think that. Yes, you can have different tastes and you go as you get older, but to really just say that something's terrible now because you're comparing it to what your Porsches and your M5s and your M3s and even your Tesla, like I just think like one of the guys that sent me a DM said, when the money changes, the attitude changes, and it was true. And I think that's the problem. The problem is that we're always cons- consistently thinking about what's next or what can be the best opportunity, and then we neglect a lot of different opportunities that come our way, such as I had this conversation with one of the subscribers named Daniel. He drives an EF, and he was cool. He's like, hey man, I came across your very first video was EF me that you did, and we just walked around, and I was like, holy crap, like a lot of people drive EFs. And he's like, and to be honest with you, I had an EF, and then I stepped away from it. As I got older, I was like, I'm mature, I'm making better money, like I got the BMWs, I got the Lexus, and then I felt like it was in the right car for me. And then 20 years later, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I like those EFs, why am I not driving it? So now he's driving more EFs and he's getting a whole bunch of builds. Um, but that's a conversation they have with himself, right? So how am I tying all these out? How does David and Goliath kind of has to do with somebody who's kind of not so positive about Civic SIs now because they drive Porsches? Or how is it, compared to Daniel, who now he's back in the EF game when he went through a long period of time just driving Lexuses and BMWs? Stay true to your roots. That's number one thing. And for me, that's what it means when I see somebody, you know, tell me I can't make time for you because it's not my thing, and then the 2 weeks or 3 weeks, uh, boom, Super Street, Honda tuning, Honda Hoonigan out of focus, X, Y, or Z, you name it, doesn't matter. It gives motivation. It gives me motivation. It gives me that sense of like, thank you. Thank you for not choosing Automotive Anatomy, because that means that you're not the right person. And what I mean by that is you don't appreciate what we're building here. Therefore, you're not going to get this great love from the people that are going to support, because the community that we're creating here at Automotive Anatomy is very supportive. It's very down to earth. It's very budget friendly. It's very, roots, grassroots type of thing, and doesn't mean it's cheap by any means, because some of the Hondas that we've had feature are probably, I mean, they go expensive money, right? And it's not even about that. It's about the passion behind it. So at the same time, I'm having a conversation with myself. Like I tell my wife, it just helps me, and it helps me appreciate more, because the problem is that even with me, you know, I see numbers, and now it's almost like I become numb to them. When I first started, I think I checked, and I was getting 100 views per week, and holy crap, I was excited, like 100 people, wow, and now it's like, oh, only 1,000. And trust me, that's a conversation that I think a lot of people go through, and that attaches to everything. When we make money, you used to make 500, and you make 2,000. At some point, 2,000 doesn't seem like a lot of money, and I think it's a conversation that I need to have with myself, to constantly remind myself, no, 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 no. Remember why you started doing it, and it's okay if somebody's not going to give you the time or the opportunity to get to know their stories. They will make the time for somebody who has 12 times, the subscriber count, or the history, or whatever. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. And so I wanted to share that with you guys, because I know I'm not the only one. I know for a fact I'm not the only one who has experienced something like this. So any of you guys have ever felt like this? Maybe, and we know this, that we're at work, we're the ones that work hard, and then the dude that doesn't, or the girl that doesn't do anything, or just brown nosing the boss, is the one that gets promoted. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Somebody's choosing somebody else over you for X, Y, or Z reason. So how do you stay in a nice, positive mental health? How do you constantly remind yourself? For me, it's going on these walks with my wife, and just debriefing. And just like I'm telling you guys, I tell her, and I say, you know what? I need to be super appreciative of the community that we're building, and remind people, like, it's okay. Be patient. Every day, I check on Instagram, and I see another feature, and I'm like, I asked that girl a while back, and they told me, oh no, I can't, because I don't, I'm not ready, or I'm shy. That's not my thing. And now all of a sudden, you're not shy anymore, and that's fine. So there's two ways about building, building the highest building. Which one is your way? You're gonna tear everybody else down, or you're just gonna actually build the highest building? And so I'm definitely, in the name of trying to build my own building, focusing on me, and appreciating anybody and everybody who makes time for me to interview, to say what's up at Carson Coffee, to just send positive comments. It does not go unnoticed, and trust me, I do tell myself that. I do remind myself of that. And that's why I think it's been a wonderful journey. Ultimately, that's the reason why I'm trying to do this, and I do appreciate it. Like, Rafa, right now, looking at your big face on TV in my garage. That's what's up, man. Rafa took in the new year, and I don't know why it stuck by me, but Rafa took the new year DJ, doing his little DJ. He put his little baby to sleep, and then at midnight he was just DJing, and putting his music and bumping it, and I don't know why that stuck by me. Aside from the fact that I was sick, that's when I was through COVID and I wasn't sleeping. So I saw that, and I was like, that's what's up, man. That's a good way to come in and start the year. And so um, I think about all those things, and just being able to build relationships with some of you guys. It's honestly the best thing. So I am David in the grand scheme of automotive world, in the grand scheme of YouTube, in the grand scheme of anything. But I know at the end of the day, we're creating something that is meaningful, and I think it's gonna be um, it's gonna be endless. It's gonna be ageless. I feel like a like a nice shoot from a big company. It's cool in the moment, and you get likes, and maybe you get some friend requests and things like that. But in the long run, what does it mean? Pictures of your car, and then people move on. And so that's what I mean. Some people are willing to sacrifice experience over the exposure. What do I mean by that? Obviously, since COVID hit me, I haven't really gone to coffee after, or breakfast with people I've interviewed. But to those that I have interviewed before, that I let's go have some breakfast. Even if I take Nestor to this whack ass burrito place, but I didn't know the area, in my defense. But for me, it's always like, let's go have some breakfast. Let me thank you in one way or another, and that's when I really get to know your story. That's when I get to listen to outside of world. And I don't really like to ask, what do you do? I don't care about what you do for a living. I want to know what your hobbies are. I want to know what interests you, more about the story, because there's a lot that goes into the stories that we don't pay attention. And so that's the reason why I would take you guys to coffee afterwards or breakfast. Sadly, I'm not doing that at the moment. A fan in Germany, damn, props on me, dude. It trips me out. It trips me out, man. I give messages from Switzerland, from Costa Rica with the Nissans. I mean, I know they're a big fan out there. Mexico, obviously, it's crazy, man. It's the internet. It's so crazy. Um, you get different people. I know there's a gentleman. I forgot his name on YouTube, but I guess he's deaf, and he sent me a message on the last Washington. He goes, "Hey man, I actually needed the help of my wife to tell me what you were saying because I can't read your lips since you weren't talking." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Like, I have to do voiceovers because the microphone will pick up the water." And then I did the live session. He sent me a message like, "Hey man, thanks for looking at the camera. And now I can read your lips." Oh my God, like I'm sorry, man. I didn't know, like, and I thank you for tuning in, and again, talk about gratitude. Talk about like not focusing on material things, focusing on the things that really matter. Um, Being grateful, like, wow, man. So that brought some perception. So not only people, hitting me up from different places, but just the people that are hitting me up and some that are sharing their stories. Had a guy from Chicago. He sent me a whole bunch of DMs, and he was like, "Hey, man, it'd be dope if you make it out to Chicago to interview me." And I'm looking, and his car is simple. He's doing basic bolt-on suspension. The car needs steel paint, needs paint. And then he tells me, "Yeah, I've been building cars for X amount of time, blah blah blah." And then at the end, he's like, "I'm also on a wheelchair, so that's why the car looks the way it is, man. Like, it's hard to switch parts out, and but I'm doing it all by myself." And I'm like, "What the heck? Like, you're in a wheelchair and you're building all this?" So all of a sudden, like, the amount of work that he's done, times 10, right? Like, for us, who were able to move, put on coilovers, but he's doing it by himself. Like, how, like, I can't even imagine trying to jack up a car. So not only the location that people are hitting me up from, but what they're sharing their stories, and I'm like, man, definitely does not go um it does not go unnoticed. It does not go unnoticed. And I quickly have to remind myself. So when I see somebody who decided to go in a bigger platform because it's going to be more exposure, whether it's for a business, but there's been, shops where I hit them up like, "Hey, you're building this car, right? I would love to document it for you, man." "Oh no, man, at the moment we can't, or we're working on it so sporadically that we can't tell you when you can come in or not come in." No problem. But then I see, boom, full on feature by a different YouTube, channel that has more views or this, and I'm like, cool, stay the course. They weren't meant to be in the channel. It's okay. Um, keep doing you. Appreciate the people that come into the to live session. Appreciate the people that you are going to interview. Appreciate those people, and don't just lose that. I talked to Steve, my buddy Steve, that drives a wagon, and he's like, "Hey, bro, when I'm done with my wagon, I would like to do an update video." That's exactly what I wanted. 2 years ago, he was one of the very first ones to give me a shot, man. I don't want to lose that relationship. I don't. I love talking to that guy. That guy's super funny, and he's super motivating. He's building three different wagons. He has a 63 or 64, 64 Steve, 64 Impala. That he's also building, and he's just a super down to earth guy. Like, I feel like his integrity is superb, and I really like him. I really like him. I feel like he's a very honest dude, and I've never heard him say anything negative about nobody, and that's the crazy thing. I want to be able to maintain those relationships. Um, and not just beyond an interview, but past that. Another guy, Peter, who we interviewed, he's 240. He lives in the same city where I live, and I didn't know that, and so we're always chatting about different things and goals and dreams and things of that nature. And I appreciate him, and he shows some love and support from buying some shirts. And it's not that, oh, because he bought shirts I like him more. No, I just legitimately like them. Before that, and I want to maintain those relationships, and that goes to anybody and everybody else. Alan from Ferido for life. I'm blinking out on his blog. But all those dudes, Joe, I mean, Alan's best friend. I mean, there's just so many different people that I want to continue to maintain those relationships. Got to go, bro. I wish you the best. Good luck in everything you do. Prosperity and success. That's what's up, man. You too. And like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you up in Fresno, man. I'm definitely gonna make it out there. I just gotta be more patient. Core Dynamic, can't wait to see your engine bay. I really appreciate it, man. I was looking for. I tuned out on the YouTube pages, but I'll get you in the next one so I can do a little bit more of a better review. But if anybody wants to check out a Core Dynamic, he's working on an Accord. I know you've been at it for a while, man. I really appreciate the support, and thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say, man. I really appreciate it. Hey, my man's glad you're back. Yeah, man, we're back. We're back. Staying safe. That's for sure. That's all we can do, man. Um, it's crazy. We just gotta stay safe and provide more positive experiences. Just enough negativity shit in the world that we don't need to add to it. That's true. I'm at 80 views right now. I'm okay. I started that 1 year ago. So I think you mean 80 subscribers. I'm one of them. That's what's up, man. Don't give up. Keep making videos. I think that's ultimately you wanna create something that brings happiness to you. And I've said it, if nobody tunes in, then let it be it, man. But as long as it brings happiness to you, you're not hurting anybody, it's not unethical, nor going against your morals and your values. Keep at it, man. Have fun with it. Gene, I'm trying to give you an interview, and you keep telling me someone else should do it. So you are the reason. It's funny you mentioned that, Gene. Like I mentioned, Gene is working. He's collaborating with a major company with his CRX, and even though Gene says that we're going to be the Automotive Anatomy will be the channel or the automotive piece that will get the exclusive. um, I'm super down for it. I'm all for it. But we know that sometimes when you work with other companies and you collaborate with other companies, they're there's going to be differences of opinions. And I'm telling you this, Gene, don't get mad if I'm not the first one. I'm okay with it, dude. You need to get the exposure. Maybe not for you, and I know the way you are, but maybe the shop needs the exposure, or somebody else needs exposure, or the sponsors. I don't know what you're doing, and I think that comes first. Let's be honest. If you're working with somebody else and you're sponsoring, let's be honest, that comes first because there's a lot of work that goes into. Hence why I haven't put myself in any type of sponsor, and I'm not gonna say the brands that have reached out to me. There's been like four, and they're two of them they're big. They're big. They're not small. I just don't want to be associated with anybody at the moment. Don't want. I just want to be in the middle. I don't want to be, um, you know, having to say, yeah, I got 30% off on these coilovers. Go buy them. Nah, I'll rather spend my money full price, and I'm okay with it, and do my own shopping for the time being. Is that going to change in the future? I don't know. I'm not gonna say that it won't, but I'm at this very moment, I'm trying to just keep it local, just maintain my own pathway, and just do me. Dos Juanitas, keep documenting the best of the best, bro. Your work is so unappreciated and underrated. Um, it- Unappreciated and underrated for the masses, because we're comparing it with other big channels. I think it's super appreciated by everybody like yourselves that are tuning in and that are really getting um, some ideas from the systems and the setups that all these builders have. Underrated, you're always going to be underrated. I mean, even if it had 1 million subscribers, well, so and so has 3 million. So I get where you're coming from, and I do appreciate you the positive comments. But it's a constant reminder to myself, like, why? How am I putting value in numbers? Like, you cannot put a number on happiness, and you cannot put a number on experiences. You can put a number of ratings, definitely. You can put a number on how many people are subscribing, and that somehow shows that you are of a more successful channel, but it doesn't mean that you're really having those experiences that I know I've been having. And the reason why I started this channel was to get to know people, and I accomplished that mission a long time ago. And so now I'm continuing to meet more people and have experiences and be able to travel down the road. But I think you're appreciating it, and that's what it means. That's what I need. You're appreciating, and I'm appreciative of it, and underrated. Again, I think so, but I have to enjoy that. I have to enjoy that part of being David, David versus Goliath. I feel like that's super super important. And like again, I'm just saying it based on cars and YouTube, but I've been there. I've been there. Today, actually, I came across. I'm decluttering. I still have to look through the stuff I need to get rid of for today for the 19 day. I'm almost done, guys. I can do it. I can do the month of February. And I came across this article that I had saved from my old job when I was a custodian. And the reason I saved this because I did a little spread on the custodians, just as a thank you. And there was two sentences where it says Gustavo is a full time student at Cal State Fullerton, and he works full time as a custodian. And obviously, I work full time, part time, another school district in the morning. And one of them says he's pursuing a counseling, you know, degree. Well, I I achieved that and I'm doing that, right? But at the time, there was a lot of people that were not very big fans. You have to be able to stick through that. You have to, block those. And so that's what I'm saying. You have to be David in so many different scenarios. Not just this whole YouTube make believe world, but in your job. You're gonna be the one that shows up. You're the one who busts his ass. But guess what? The lazy one is the one who's gonna get the promotion. It happens all the time, right? And so how do you handle that? What's your safe haven? For me, it's going on walks with Chubbs and my wife. What's yours? If you don't have one, let's start with that, right? Whatever is the challenge that you are facing, you have to figure out a solution for that. And it's easy to say it, especially when other people have actual real problems that they're going through. But we all have something going through that we all need to figure out how to cope with it. Create a nice support system, friendships. That's super important. So that's what I'm saying. That the whole conversation that I want to bring up today is not just David versus Goliath in the sense of like more money. No, it's different things, man. I mean, maybe your Goliath is your relationship with your family. You know, that's the monster that you haven't been able to be able to maneuver. So how do you go out of your way to have a conversation with somebody who you maybe not see eye to eye? You have to have patience. You need to practice that. And trust me, I'm not the best one. I have my flaws, and there's times I need to remind myself. And sometimes I need my wife to let me know, like, hey, you were wrong. You need to do this way. And it's like, oh, you're right. And once she puts into perspective, it kind of gives me back. She's been through my fast food jobs. She's been through my cleaning job. She's been through my construction jobs, and now she's through my counseling jobs. And every single time she tells me, you need to own up to what you are doing wrong. Regardless if you're 1,000% right in your head, you are doing wrong because you're acting this way. You need to have a better poker face. You need to, even if you disagree, need to still work as a team, or et cetera, et cetera. And it's like, oh, okay, that quick reminder that is true. So that's kind of what I mean by David versus Goliath. I've had my CD5 in the family for 15 years. Awesome. And as time goes on, I love it more and more. I don't think I will ever grow out of it and say it's trash. It brings me back to my roots. And I'm not saying that you're a bad person. Not necessarily that you say that it's trash. I'm okay with you saying I outgrown it. I don't want to drive a CD5. That's perfectly fine. I'm like I told you guys, I want to drive a Porsche 911. I'm not hiding it. I love the silhouette of it. I'm not looking for the power. I just really like the way it freaking looks. But will you hear me say, "Oh yeah, Accords are freaking trash. They're terrible cars." Damn, man, I must have, I will have to be in a tough room to be able to say that. I don't know if I'm getting paid. I don't know what the deal would be, but I I don't think I would be able to say that. And one of the things too, that if I was to say that, who would call me out? My brother, the lowrider culture. He would be the first one. Oh, that's cool, Mr. Tough Guy. Now that you're making more money, now you don't care about Hondas. Now you don't appreciate them. I have a sense of people that will call me out on my shit, per se. And that's what I want. I definitely need that. Um, but no, man, Honda's, something that my brother has always taught me has always been like, yes, they're not the fastest, but for what they are, a 1.8 liter, a 2.8 liter, like they crank out so much horsepower. Obviously, S2000 at some point was making the most power per liter. I mean, that's insane. Plus 8,000, 9,000 rev limiter, like it's pretty freaking amazing. It's an amazing car. One of the interviews that you guys will be able to see maybe in a week and a half or so is or buddy Ralph, and his car is stock looking, but it packs a punch. And this guy's like, I don't want to do anything to it. It's perfect. I'm like, you don't want to put coils? Like, I don't. It's perfect. I'm like, love it. I love it. He's like, yeah, man, S2000 car is perfect. And I'm like, wrong. Accords are perfect, but it's S2000 second best. No. Mark Gomez. I'm trying to catch up on all the videos for a while now. Great content from Mexico. That's what's up, man. Thank you. Muchas gracias, carnalito. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I don't expect you guys not to watch every single video. Like I said, there's right now it's been Civic. So I mean, Ralph is, It's just but dude, I've reached out to Accord dudes and they don't they don't hit me back. So I can't do anything about that, you know. But maybe I'll see them in Honda tuning next week. Hey, yeah, that's how it goes. Gen 6 Loco says Accord Dynamic, you'll have a new subscriber after this live broadcast. That's what's up, man. And again, you know what? Let's be honest. Maybe we're not gonna like everything that Accord Dynamic comes out with. Let's be 1,000% on it. And that's not an Accord Dynamic. Don't get upset. Don't get upset if all 300 subscribers don't watch. I mean, that's fine. Everybody subscribes for a different reason, and they will continue to follow for a different reason. The channel loses subscribers every single day. I don't know how many a day. I'm not dwelling on that, right? I also don't know how many we gain every single day because once you start focusing on just subscribers, you're done. Do what's fun. I'm talking to a freaking camera right now, knowing that there's some people out there in Texas, in Long Beach, in Mexico, apparently, that are saying what's up, even if it's just for 2 minutes. Maybe I'm reading their comment, they're already logged out because they're like, okay, that fool's just mumbling about anything. I do the watch and talks. You may be or may not be helping somebody, but somebody's gonna tune in for a different reason, and that's the reason why you gotta do it. Do it for you. So yes, baby shark, do. I'm gonna get copyright on this, but that's what it is, man. Bro, keep your head up. I love your channel. You keep it real. I'm almost done with my EGSI hatchback. Get ready. We're ready, man. We're ready. I really appreciated it. Yeah, the world needs another EG on the road, man. They're getting stupid expensive. I saw one today for it was pretty decently. I mean, mile wise, 158,000 miles for 4 grand. And it had been resprayed, so you kind of think twice about it because what if there's a lot of bondo under that? But the car looked extremely clean. But man, they're just getting so expensive. But maybe the right person's gonna buy that. Hopefully, keep it. Someone, I'm going to have that song stuck in my head now. Oh man, I don't want to have that song in my head. I'm probably will though. Yo, brother, how you doing? Just joined. What's up, man? Crafty S2K. What is cracking up, man? I haven't seen your comments in a while, man. I would always see them all the time. So I really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Gene giving us an update on his CRX build. Again, I couldn't find his let me try again. I don't know what the reason I couldn't find Gene's Instagram, but like I said, Gene is building, what is it, Gene 6 something? Freaking Gene, you must have erased me or something. Did you block me? That is wild, dude. I can't find you. But anyways, Gene is coming out with the CRX. Obviously, we know that he has some other builds, but he's coming with the CRX, and it's gonna be insane. I don't know all the specifications of what he is doing. Oh, there he is. Oh, because you have numbers. That's why. Let me see. I found you, my friend. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen. So that way you guys know what he means by the no sponsor. So this is a car that he's been working with other companies. Um, is it this one? It looks so different. No, it's not this one. See, again, these guys working on so many cars that I can't even keep track. I'm confused now. Dun, dun, dun. I swear it was white. Is the black one? I guess it's that black one. Hmm. Yeah, it's this one. Freaking Gene. I thought it was white. I thought you were saying we're gonna go white. I guess you're keeping it black. But anyways, the cage has been done, the roof has been put in, and he's doing some other good stuff to it. But so that way you guys can understand what I'm talking about. He says no sponsors, paying for everything myself. Happy to have friends for sure though. But I'm just learning and doing everything except things that are beyond my pay grade. Love it, dude. That's what's up. And that's why we appreciate you so much. This guy picks up cars left and right, and he fixes them up right off the bat. I know it's you, fool. I know it's you. CT2 Designs, Crafty. For all that I may not know, if you guys need shirts and you're in Cali, my buddy here, Clint, does some amazing work. And he's the one. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes because then we're gonna watch TV with the wifey and Chubbs. He's the one that does all the shirts. So if you guys haven't purchased, I'm not saying you guys need to purchase. All I'm saying is that the people that have gotten into shirts, they say it's very, very comfortable. I love the way they feel. That's just me. And my buddy Clint's the one who does all the work. Very good at communicating. Pricing is very, very, very reasonable, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy. So thank you. I know he's working on the latest order. Hopefully we can get that soon, so then I can ship out the orders from the people that have shown some love and support. I still need 3 more Hondas for the 3 little ones, CRX, CF, and EK. Man, you need a lot, man. Clint, obviously, as you can tell by his username, he drives S2000. I love 2000s. Our first and Accord. Nah, man, Accords are always gonna be number one. My brother has a 95 Civic sedan becoming a Yonke every day. I wish he and I could restore it. Take your time. Take your time. It definitely will happen, man. The budget has to be right. The timing has to be right. But just take your time. Mark, correcting me, my bad. Not from Mexico. I saw it said MX. I figured it was Mexico. From I'm assuming Connecticut, bro. No one does Accords over here as much, especially nothing older than O2 Accord. I love the Accord, especially my '99 CG5. That's what's up, man. That generation is very underrated. I think a lot of people step away from it because they think like it's so heavy and blah blah. But I don't know. And last but not least, CV7 Mata is the best. Like I said, check out the work that he's doing. If you guys want to continue following what Jackie is up to, CV7 Mata on Instagram. He's the one who's been doing all the work. He's in the Inland Empire, LAOC. I would say, San Diego. It's worth the drive, and that video obviously is out. Damn. David versus Goliath. That was the message that I want to send out to you. It's okay. It's okay if you get step over by a promotion. It's okay if somebody else who you feel like is not putting in 100% is getting the better opportunities. It's okay. Stay in your lane. Appreciate the things that you do have, and trust me, your time will come. And I'm definitely an example of that. So much love to all of you. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. This Sunday in Pasadena, Old School Honda meet, Rival Machine, Carson Coffee. Yeah, those are the things I can think of at the top of my head. And I was able to move some stuff around. I will be attending both, so you guys will be getting that footage. Primeramente Dios, God, I don't know how to say it in English. God willing, I will be able to go to both Carson Coffee, get some coverage, see some cool peeps, some amazing builds, and yeah, keep motivating everybody. That's what's up. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. As always, we go for the car, we stay for the person. I forgot for a little bit. As you should, because I go to bother people and then I stay. We go for the car, we stay